Do you know that song, Whistle While You Work?
Just whistle while you work.
People think it's great Disney magic, but it's actually Great Depression obedience training, and it's still stuck in your head 90 years later. The phrase whistle while you work was already in use in American factories in the 1920s. It was a workplace morale slogan first, the kind that told you to get on with it and keep your spirits up. This was part of welfare capitalism. In the early 1900s, big companies hired industrial psychologists and set up welfare departments. Their job was not to make life easier for the employee. It was to keep you productive, loyal, non-unionized. Slogans like whistle while you work framed hard work as virtuous. Just like in the colonies, how the empire used schools and churches to train people into compliance. Corporations used the factory floor, company magazines, sports clubs, and morale posters. By 1937, the slogan was familiar, but Disney composer Frank Churchill and advertising lyricist Larry Morey turned it into a melody. Morey came from Tin Pan Alley. They were a New York-based music publishing hub and America's advertising song factory. Tin Pan Alley writers were trained to produce short, repeatable, easily singable hooks. It was their job to engineer songs to sell to you. Tin Pan Alley is the prototype for the modern music industry, and many advertising jingles today still use the exact same song structure that these writers perfected. Simple verse, direct instruction, catchy refrain. Frank Churchill was a musician whose expertise was scoring to picture, using melody to guide the emotional response in a film. In animation, every beat is tied to the music. It's called Mickey Mousing, and Frank Churchill was famous for his ability to build tunes that matched physical action, locking rhythm into the viewer's body. Whistle While You Work doesn't just sound nice, it's called entrainment, and it mirrors the sweep, scrub, swipe motion of Snow White doing her cleaning. As a slogan, Whistle While You Work was already a behavioural instruction designed to keep workers compliant and manageable. But what Churchill and Morey and Disney did was translate that written instruction into a communication medium that bypasses conscious resistance. And that's the trick. It's an earworm, a tune that sticks in your head without conscious effort. This forces involuntary recall of that message. Once embedded, it plays automatically in your brain. The lyric is an imperative. It gives you something to do. It's an instruction. You whistle while you work. Pairing the instruction with the rhythm of working trains your body to associate the two together. So you really will start to whistle while you work, especially if it's at that rhythm, which most factory work was. It's the same reason that armies march together. Rowers chant. Rhythm and command fused into this one behavior. Music bypasses your conscious awareness. It taps into your procedural memory, the same part of your brain that learns to ride a bike or drive a car. Once you've acquired those skills, you don't think about it anymore. So advertising being lodged in that part of your brain means you don't think about it anymore. It's just normal to you, like riding a bicycle. You go to work and you whistle while you're there. The song emotionally reframes capitalism. Just pretend everything is normal. This unpleasant work is now cheerful. This is effective conditioning, linking a happy, positive memory or emotion, like this song and its melody, to a neutral or negative task, like manual labor. Over time, the emotional tone of the song bleeds onto the task itself, making the task feel less unpleasant. The slogan on the wall was a memo from the boss, but the melody in your head is a colonial occupation of the subconscious. You carry it everywhere. You repeat it involuntarily, and you pass it down to your kids without even realizing it.